Hi guys, Ian from Masterpieces here. I'm a part-time eBay reseller and I'm using this time at the minute to clear out some of my old stock, get it listed up on eBay, try and get as much up there as possible, because at the minute with everything that's going on, it doesn't feel right to go out sourcing stuff to sell. I know there's still a lot of Facebook Marketplace posts going up, and some of them are tempting. There's people I think are using this time to have a clear out, maybe make some cash if they're not working at the minute. But I'm avoiding that. I'm avoiding Gumtree. I'm obviously not going to charity shops because most of them are closed anyway. So there's not. I'm taking the decision not to go out and source. I think it's the right thing to do. So it's a good time to go through some of the old stuff that has been hanging around for ages. I should have listed ages ago, but either there's not much profit in there, it'll take a lot of time to work out how to list it, and yeah, it's stuff that's been hanging around. There's been more attractive things to list, so I'm going to run through some of those today actually. So the first is, I've got an old PS1. It's not the original PS1, it is the re-release PS1. It comes with two controllers, and I've got the box with it. I picked this up for 15 quid last year, and the reason I didn't sell it straight away was because it's got a little bit of damage on that joystick. You can see some of the rubbers wearing away. The L2 button here, it's lost its click. It still works, but it's just lost its click. So I was waiting for another one of these to come up with a couple of controllers so that I could use one of the controllers to make this a complete kind of set. Another thing with this one is the open button or the catch is a bit dodgy, so it doesn't always stick. But if you just push the button again, then it does. So it's a bit temperamental. It's not great. But, like I said, comes with a box. There's a game in there called Driver, which is quite it doesn't sell for much, but it's a good game. But I've got these two. Now these are from my personal collection. I got Final Fantasy VII and Final Fantasy IX. Now these are fantastic games. To sell in this condition, because the boxes are all smashed up, they'll be about £15 each. What makes these games so good, right, is they're not the platinum versions. These are the original versions. They've got the black kind of background behind the PlayStation, not the silver background. They've got a print on the disc rather than just a plain silver or a plain silvery or metallic finish. So people collect these because they are the original versions. I've got the books for both of them. So I'm going to put these two and the PlayStation, which has got two controls and a memory card, as a bundle for £80, and I'll take an offer for 60 probably. I think it's the right time to sell. I'll obviously list everything that's wrong, or it still works, the PlayStation, it's just not perfect, so I'll describe all of that. But someone should still get a lot of enjoyment, particularly out of these games, and yeah, it's a good way of bundling up that PlayStation with these. So I'll get that up tonight. The next things that I need to list, and these have been hanging around for a while, or they've just been up in my loft actually, and I've always been meaning to do them. It's a good thing to do over winter actually. I've got a lot of Lego. This is a Lego Technic set. It's a logging truck. I've got the instructions. It comes with 3 instructions. This one's Lego set 9397. Like I said, Technic logging truck. It's, well, I think it's 100% complete. But this is how I got into reselling. I used to pick up one-off models like this. I used to break them all down. I used to build them using the instructions, and I'd make a record of which bits were missing. And then I'd go onto the website Bricklink, and I'd buy those individual pieces. And then I'd sell these off as complete sets, because I know they're complete because I've counted all the pieces, and in the back of the instruction manuals there's a list of all the pieces, so I know they're 100% complete. I sell them with the instructions, and usually I make some money on them. If I don't make money on them, then I usually make my money back. That's how I whenever I choose them, whenever I buy them, I always do that little calculation. How much am I buying it for? How much is it going to sell for? Am I going to make my money back? And that's how I choose the sets. So this one I paid £50 for, like last year sometime. It's been up in the loft because it's a big meaty project that's going to take a lot of time to break down, a lot of time to count the bits. So with this, what I'll do is I will take pictures of it now for my eBay listing, break it down, source the bits. This one will sell for about 120. It's a retro one, but it's a lovely model. It's got a battery pack in there which works this arm. These outriggers come out with a battery pack when it turns on as well. There's a lot going on, and it just looks a nice beefy model. Look at that, it's huge. So that one needs breaking down, sorting out, but there's a nice bit of profit in that. But that's going to be 2-3 nights work to do that. The next Lego set which I need to do, same process, is this crane, this Technic crane. Again, I paid £50 for this. This one isn't so valuable. I think it's because there have been some more cranes released since this one. Very similar style, similar model. But this one will still go for about 70. Again, I've got all the instructions with it. I keep looking down there because I've got them down there. But this one's Lego set 8053. Let me just check that with the instructions. Lego set 8053, that's right. Yeah, look at it, it looks cool. I'm just looking at it in the camera there. It looks really cool. No mechanical or no powered features on this, but obviously this crane hook goes up and down. This lifts up. It's got some nice outriggers that work together. You know, they all go out. That is a really neat model. You twist the back here and those wheels move. That's how you steer it from the back. Really nice scaled model. So that's another one which I need to do. But you can see I paid 50, it'll sell for 70. There's only £20 profit in that. And that is going to take, again, 3 days to break down, or 3 evenings to break down. The third Lego set which I need to do is a more modern one. And this one's called Benny's Spaceship. Now, I know that there are some pieces missing from this. I've got, yeah, so the common things that go missing with these are the missiles. So it's got both of the missiles, but there are a few more missiles around the back that are missing. Some of the lights, you can see, that's just an obvious one there. There's a red dot there, there's no red dot on the other. That's missing. So what I need to do is break this down and follow the same process. When it comes to reselling Lego sets like this, my personal philosophy is I like to sell them 100% complete with minifigures and instructions. If they've got the box, fantastic, that's a bonus. You'll get more money for it, but I don't think the box is necessary. But I wouldn't feel right selling this to someone who wants to build it and it doesn't have all the pieces there. I know a lot of people do, and there's nothing wrong with that because it's quite easy to source the pieces. But I think that's all part of the fun, sourcing the pieces. Some people like to sell the minifigures off separately, and this is a classic case where people might do that. So this Emmett here, this is the only set that Emmett comes in. I think it might be his different facial expression, or the fact that he's he's got a silver face. I don't know, but that one might sell for, I don't know, 5-6 quid on its own, and you might be able to get similar amounts for the other figures. So that you could sell the figures off separately and then sell the Lego ship itself separately. I like to sell it all as one. I paid £25 for this one. This one might go for 60. So again, nice bit of profit. Bit of time to break it down. Bit of time to sort it out. Bit of time to source the pieces. So 2 more Lego sets to show you now. Where have I put one? This one is complete. It's a Doctor Who TARDIS, set number 21304, in the box, with the instructions, all minifigures. There are 2 or 3 pieces missing in this, so I've got a list and I need to source them. But this is what the kind of finished product looks like. This is the end of the process. We did this a couple of nights ago. I've just got to get the pieces in. I paid, what did I pay for this? £25 for this one as well. And this one should sell for about 40. So this one was a smaller set. It's not as big as those ones I've just shown you, but still took a night to go through and count the pieces, and that should bring in £20 profit. And the final one, I don't know where I've put it. Where have I put that? I mustn't have bought it out, but I've got a similar one to this. It is a Lego Movie one, a Emmett Constructor mech. I paid £25 for that. I'll be lucky to get £25 back, but I bought it in a bundle with lots of other Lego, and I made money on that bundle. So that one should be good fun to do anyway. We're in the midst of doing it. Let me just have a quick look. Oh, I'm annoyed I haven't bought that out. Where have I put it? Never mind, it's gone. So that is what my dead pile looks like. That's what the stuff I've got a list looks like. A lot of fun, but it'll take a lot of time. So I've got a couple of sales that my sales have been kind of ticking on. I sold 4 things yesterday: 2 Funko Pops, some Warhammer, and a ladies top. I'm not going to show you them because I've already covered them in previous videos. I literally just sold before I started recording this another load of Warhammer that only went for a £5. But sales are still going. The post offices are staying open, but I am limiting my trips to the post office. Rather than every day, I'm going every kind of couple of days, and picking up provisions at the same time, so it's not wasted trips, it's not unnecessary trips. But I probably won't do any more sales videos this week. The end of this week marks the end of my paternity leave. I'm back in work next week, albeit working from home. So what I will do is a roundup at the end of the week of how I have found my first 3 months reselling, how much I've sold, what my profit is, what my plans for the future are, because I've got some, this has been more successful than I thought it would be, so I've got some good plans and some quite, ambitious plans for the future, and I'm looking forward to sharing those with you. But guys, thanks for watching. Hit share, hit like, hit subscribe. Obviously stay safe with everything that's going on. Leave some comments. I would love to hear your feedback. Any questions, just let me know. I'll put a link to my eBay store in the comments as well. So if you like the look of any of this Lego or the PlayStation or any of the other stuff from my previous videos, get on there, have a look. Hope you enjoy. Nice to speak to you guys, and I'll catch up with you later in the week. Okay, bye.